So what we're going to talk about today is how you can grow your online business, and we're going to talk primarily about three of our biggest customers, very, very different customers, so we get a bit of variety for today. Essentially, we're going to look at five of the key ways that people are growing their sales online, getting more traffic, increasing the conversion on their websites, increasing the average order value on their basket, adding new ranges, and also going into new territories. In terms of Venda, Venda is the world's largest platform for e-commerce for retailers. We've got around about 200 big retailers on the platform, and here are some of the customers that we've got there. So big organisations like Tesco, all the way down to quite small retailers like EMECZ Bridgewater. We're going to talk about three retailers today. Tesco, which hopefully everybody's heard of. Tesco is a very, very big retailer with 2,500 stores just in the UK. We're also going to talk about the BBC. That's a bit more of a traditional online retailer. They sell BBC products, books and DVDs. And then we're going to talk about Jimmy Choo. So ladies in the audience, we're talking about Jimmy Choo's here, €600 pair of shoes. They have 10 stores in the UK, obviously very, very popular. I'm just going to talk about the number one step that our customers have taken and that many customers are doing around the world, and this is to optimize your e-commerce budget. Software as a service or on demand shares the technology across all the different retailers. So you're not having to build a web shop, you're really assembling a web shop. If you imagine the traditional way of having an e-commerce platform for your retail business, you would actually go and you would buy some licenses, you would buy some hardware, you'd get some networks, you'd get some security. And this takes up around about 80% of your budget over, say, a 3-year period. What you can do with software as a service or shared technology is you can actually use a central platform, and we have the largest one in the world, on a software as a service basis, and you're basically renting that platform. What that does is it means that you're only spending about 20% of your budget on the actual infrastructure and the web shop itself, and that leaves about 80% of your budget to do the really good things like marketing. Now, we're going to talk about all of the things that our customers do in that 80%, in that nice blue box there that grows the revenues. And that's the bit that generates growth. So our customers see around about 4 times as much growth as the normal online retailer that's had a website built for them. The second thing that absolutely everybody is doing on the Venda platform is to push their product content as widely as possible. And I'd encourage all the retailers to do this. We are connected to around about 25 different destination sites that our customers push their content to automatically, from auction sites like eBay through to price comparison sites and affiliates. And for a lot of our customers, the incremental traffic that they get from those destination sites represents more than 50% of their new traffic. So this is pushing the product, the attributes, all of the images and everything through to those sites. Let's get into the detail. Let's talk about Tesco. This is I'll bring you in gently, guys. This is a really simple technique. So on some of the landing pages Tesco have, they actually put an electronic discount code on the screen itself, so everybody sees that discount code. Obviously, a lot of our retailers will email a discount code out to customers and segment that, but Tesco use this quite often, where they will actually put a promotional code on a particular page so that everybody sees it. The second thing that you can do is manual merchandising. So this is where you've got a product and you put some accessories next to that product that the customer might like to buy. The challenge with manual merchandising is the more products you have, the more time it takes you to do that manual merchandising. However, Tesco do use this because they have certain accessories that they want to push with certain products. But we also have a fantastic piece of technology called behavioral merchandising. And what this does is it automatically merchandises the right product to go with that product for that individual shopper. So what it looks at is it looks at the person's behavior. Where did they come from? What ad word did they click? What did they use in the search box? How did they navigate the website? What did they click on? And it automatically, dynamically, within a fraction of a second, makes a choice and puts those products in front of the customer that they are statistically most likely to buy. This can be done at pretty much every step of the cycle of the customer. So Tesco here, for example, you're using it at the shopping basket as well. They use business rules to control what is shown. So, for example, at the basket, they may control to only show low-value products so that the average order value is increased with each customer. In terms of adding new ranges, one of the things I liked to see here with Tesco is they've added an engraving service. So this is a nice interactive service that they have for their customers. So this one here is for school uniforms for children. So the parents can go on and buy the Tesco base product and then add the logo and the engraving for the schools. I don't think you have school uniforms so much here in Holland, but that they're big in the UK. The other thing that a lot of our customers do is integrate into their other systems. So Tesco's have, I think, one of the biggest loyalty club card programs in the world. Their mailing database is about 10 million people. And what we've done with them is integrate the points and the vouchers that they have on that club card system into the shopping basket. This is really good for the increasing conversion because it means the customers can actually spend their vouchers as part of their shopping basket. That helps a lot. It wouldn't be a show if I didn't talk about a little bit about social media, and there's a whole hall over there just talking about social media. So one of the nice programs that Tesco did was they announced a Facebook sale on television. So this is by using a different channel. So social media can stand alone, but it's often very, very powerful if you combine with other channels. If you combine your social media with the press and also with the TV. They mentioned it on the morning TV program, and they got more than 25,000 additional fans onto their Facebook page. Okay, ladies, this is the important part of the presentation. This is Jimmy Choo. So here is Jimmy Choo increasing traffic by using specific landing pages. So rather than taking the customer through to the main Jimmy Choo homepage, they're taking a collaboration they've done with UGG boots here and actually using specific AdWords and specific landing pages to drive that traffic in. Jimmy Choo also use very high resolution photography. If you're going to spend 550 or 600 euros on a pair of shoes, you want to be able to see it from every angle. So what Jimmy Choo do is they actually take something like 6 to 8 high resolution shots, and one of the options that we have is to have that on a rotator, so you can actually rotate the shoe around and look at the shoe from all different angles. It's not always available. There's not that many pairs of Jimmy Choos available. So what you can actually do is you can increase conversion by offering people the ability to email the availability back to them. So the customer signs up, and when those shoes come back into stock, they get the email to them. There's also the ability on Jimmy Choo and several of the other sites as well to book an appointment in the store. So if you want to go and try those Jimmy Choos on in the shop, you can do. And a lot of the focus for 2011 for us is actually multi-channel, or helping the stores get extra footfall by driving customers from the website into the shops. So this is one of the biggest myths of online. Online doesn't cannibalize the offline sales. If you do it right, online can significantly increase your footfall and significantly increase your offline sales. Okay, I really like this one. This is a Twitter campaign called Catch-a-Choo, and what this was that they would tweet out that there's a lady with a pair of Jimmy Choos and tell you where she is, and if you walk up to her and say Catch-a-Choo, you would get the Jimmy Choo pair of shoes. But she only stays in one place for 10 or 15 minutes at a time. So what this enabled was that thousands, literally tens of thousands of women signed up to the Twitter to make sure they were constantly getting told where this pair of Jimmy Choos was. And they also do a lot of celebrity spotting with their products. This is important for everybody because I've seen quite small brands that have had a celebrity take up their product, and Twitter is a perfect mechanism to communicate that to your customer base, because people will be looking for not just your product, but also be looking for that celebrity. So, for example, here is a picture of the lovely Cameron Diaz wearing Jimmy Choo's Romeo boots, and that's gone out on Twitter. And, of course, that's meant that there's a lot of ladies out there that would like to emulate Cameron Diaz. This is a really nice piece of technology. This is buy from video. So in addition to buying from the pictures, Jimmy Choo load up videos and catwalk videos and longer pieces of video here. So 5, 6, 7-minute pieces of video, which is appropriate for their product. And you can actually pause the video at any point and buy the product straight from the video and straight into the shopping basket. It's a standard piece of Flash content management that we have. Okay, away from the shoes, onto the BBC. Now, the BBC, fantastic brand, and the BBC actually use loads and loads of little things incrementally to grow their business online. And one of the things that they use a lot is pre-order. So they've got quite a loyal fan base, so they actually give away quite a lot of their homepage real estate or the homepage space to have pre-orders for products. So they get a lot of orders for products before it's even arrived. The other thing they do is they communicate quite widely across their website certain messages for their customers. So for example here, they have the free delivery if you order over £25. Now they're using it at the shopping basket, but they also use it around the website. Another conversion tool that you can use at the shopping basket is introduce additional payment types. Now in the UK, PayPal is very, very strong. About 1 in every 2, so about 50% of the online shoppers in the UK have a PayPal account. So the BBC here have added PayPal as an additional payment method. Now in 2011 in the UK, we're adding cash payments to the platform as well to enable people who don't have credit or debit cards or even PayPal accounts or Ideal accounts to actually buy online by using cash vouchers. So that's quite exciting. Okay, the other thing is that BBC are excellent at catching people's email addresses. So if you imagine that the conversion on your website might be 3%, it might be 5%, that means there's 95% of people coming to your website that you don't sell to. And one of the ways to capture those people's information is to grab their email address, but it's not as easy as that. Just saying, give me your email address doesn't tend to work. So the BBC have used some really interesting techniques. The top one I'm going to mention here really is refer a friend and get free shipping. So if you tell another friend about the BBC website, then you get sent back a voucher that gives you a voucher code for free shipping. So you're getting rewarded for giving that. Now, of course, you're catching, at that point, you're catching the email address of the customer, but also the email address of the customer's friend as well. We also have give us your feedback. That's a very simple way of doing it. Tell us a little bit about what you feel about the shop. And also sign up for your offers. That's just standard email newsletter thing. And one of the things we've got on Venda is that you can move these elements around the page really easily. So the BBC, for example, when they want to increase the number of people signing up every day, they just move the newsletter sign up into the eye line on the top right hand side of their website, and then when they reach a plateau, they'll move it away from that eye line. Another tactic that the BBC have used in terms of increasing the conversion through the site and at the basket is to increase the confidence of buyers. Now, the reason they do this is that the BBC does have a segment of their buyers that are 60 plus, so often referred to as silver surfers or retired people that are buying online for the first time and they need that extra confidence. So we show the PCI compliant logo, so Venda is the only platform in the world to be PCI Tier 1 compliant out of the box. So the BBC obviously are PCI compliant, so they show that. But there's also some other things that give confidence to people over 60. The GeoTrust logo there, and also they're members of the Direct Marketing Association. I'm going to give you some more examples today because I'm conscious that we want to get some more different types of verticals because we have lots of different types of customers on the platform. So I just wanted to mention Boohoo. A couple of years ago, video wasn't being used very heavily, and then ASOS came onto the market and started to use video quite heavily and really proved the model for increasing conversion. Now, Boohoo is one of our fastest growing clients. It's a pure play. They only sell online, women's clothing, and virtually every dress or every female clothing product they have, wherever possible, has a catwalk video as well associated with it. I wanted to mention something called behavioral retargeting. This came around last year. It's very exciting technology. It's not vendors, but we implement it for a lot of our customers onto the platform. And what behavioral marketing retargeting does is it puts a tag onto the customer when they visit the website. And if they don't buy from the website, then when they leave the website and go somewhere else, whether they're logging into their Yahoo account or Flickster or their Facebook account, they'll be presented with an advert for the retailer that is tailored to that customer. So it looks at the behavior the customer has done on the website, and it automatically shows them the products that they're interested, or the products they've been looking at. Very sophisticated. In terms of Republic saw over 200% increase in the conversion of customers coming back to the website, and in one particular month they saw hundreds and hundreds of thousands of pounds of extra revenue just through this new form of advertising. It's very exciting. In terms of catalogue companies, we've got a lot of catalogue companies on the platform. This is Cotton Traders. They have about 100 shops, and they also have the online and a call centre too. What they said to us when they joined, it would be wonderful if we could send a coupon code to the customer, but the customer could put that coupon code in first, not at the basket. And the reason being is that the average Cotton Traders customer buys 3 or 4 items when they shop. They're quite loyal customers, and they spend quite a bit of time on the website. And we implemented this, and it's now available to everybody because it's software as a service. And what this has done for them is it significantly reduced their basket abandonment rate, because as the customer shops, they're dynamically seeing how much they're saving as they're going. And when they did some focus group research with their customers and talked to their customers, you got comments like, well, I couldn't leave the shopping basket. I would have lost £20 because it's calculating the discount as you go along. Very difficult to do. There was a lot of development work for us, but we only had to do it once, and now all the customers have got it. Wix. So Wix is one of the larger DIY and building products companies in the UK. And I like Wix because what they do is they put a lot of value-added content onto their website. So they put a lot of how-to videos, a lot of FAQs, and they also have news feeds about products, and they also do reviews of their products as well. And that all helps give the customer confidence, and all helps give the customer to convert. One of the really big things that our customers are doing is starting to collaborate with each other. And we try and support that as much as we possibly can. And we call it the collaboration across the vendor community. We now have the largest pool of expertise in retail e-commerce in the world. And what we do is we bring them together on online communities, both in LinkedIn for the e-commerce managers and the marketing managers, and also through Google Community for the developers. Because everybody's using the same technology and everybody pays the same price for the technology, then it's very easy for us to get the customers to collaborate. I would encourage any retailers that are out there, start collaborating with other people, not necessarily in your same vertical segment, but there's a lot of fantastic stuff going on out there. And usually e-commerce managers and marketing managers love to talk about what they do and how good they are at it, so they'll share their best practice with you. We also do regular training and regular webinars with the customers as well. We bring the customers together 3 times a year for a face-to-face workshop. So one of the workshops I was at recently, we had, I think, 75 people from 55 different retailers for a whole day sharing best practice. So it's a really good way of finding out what other people are doing, what's working for them. One of the things I wanted to just cover briefly is that sometimes people think that when you use a shared technology, it means that everybody's website looks the same. It couldn't be further from the truth. We have a separate design layer on the vendor platform. So I'm just going to show you a few different designs. This is Fat Face clothing. This is Artigiano. This is targeted at higher-end fashion for women. This is TK Maxx, so loud and lots of information on there. Heels is a homewares company. This is Lady Gaga. So we have Universal Music on our platform. So they have stores, I think, now in the UK and in France on Venda. And also we have very small retailers like Emma Bridgewater. They make handmade pottery as well. And the way that a software as a service platform works is it's like Lego bricks. You pick all the different Lego bricks that you want to use. We put them together, put a design over the top, and you have your shop. So pretty much 95% or 99% of what you need is already there, and we just assemble it for you. So there's just a long, long list of things you can do with software as a service, and I can't go into them all because there's more than 400 of them, but there's just a few listed here. I just wanted to talk about the Netherlands. So we are the biggest platform in the world, but we're fairly new to the Netherlands market. We have got some Dutch customers already, but what we decided to do was in the Netherlands, to help the Netherlands retailers come onto Venda and extend around the world, was we've partnered up with a world-class agency here based out of Amsterdam called Virtual Affairs, and you'll see us on stand A55, and it's the Virtual Affairs stand, and there's a few vendor guys on there. And what we feel there is it's a great combination of a local agency with local expertise with the world's leading platform. They've got a really good credibility. It's one of the reasons why we chose them. These are some of their customers, so they've got some fantastic retail customers there already, and we're starting to work on lots of projects with the guys from Virtual Affairs. So, and we have fresh coffee on stand A55 as well, and he's a really good barista, and he'll do lattes and cappuccinos and espressos and stuff like that as well. The coffee's good, so come on over and see us.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.